Things have been difficult. I have been finding myself cornered in my thoughts. This is sort of a conversation that isn't really happened a lot during drum corps, and especially lately it's something that I haven't really had to think about, especially not having been a member of the activity for 2 years, as many people can relate to. I have really bad anxiety with a number of things, with the way that other people perceive me, with the way that I perceive other people, with my accountability for myself, with the way that I view myself as a person, how I view my character. I tend to overthink a lot of the actions that I have. I tend to overthink a lot of the actions that I commit to before and after they actually happen. And I think the biggest struggle with this is that I don't really get the opportunity to sit down and reflect a lot in drum corps because you spend a lot of time around other people. You don't really get personal space in drum corps. It is not as prevalent as it is in your average day-to-day life. And that's a sacrifice that people make for this environment that breeds synergy and cooperation. It is really exhausting being around other people for so long when you are constantly thinking about the things that they think about you and analyzing the things they say about you. And this is something I'm kind of scared to admit because I don't know how it will affect my relationships with these people. Drum corps is really hard. There are lots of really positive things that have happened since I've moved in here, but I also know that I have been reminded of the issues that are going on inside of my head as someone who deals with the amount of anxiety that I do, and it affects the way that I interact with other people, and it makes me feel as though I can't be the truest form of myself. So I guess it's moments like these where what sort of helps me reflect and what helps me move past these moments where I struggle to fit myself in with other people is to think about why I'm here. One of the things that I've been doing is I've been trying to sit down with other people in this corps, and I've been asking them why they're here, some of the motivations they have for being here, and some of the ways that that's impacted other people. And I've been trying to use that momentum to carry myself further down the road and to garner hope that I can get through these moments.
Notifications off. What a great start. Alright. I'm Max Alvarado. I am 20 years old and I am part of the drumline. I'm the second snare. And this is my rookie year for PC.
I'm Cedric Ordner-Vino. I'm 18. This was my second year with PC, technically, if you're going to count 20.
My name is Mira. I play euphonium. I'm 22, and I marched with PC in 19 and 20 and 21.
So why PC? What got you here and why did you choose march?
Honestly, it was all because my friend Trenton, I've heard of PC before, but I was curious because a bunch of drum corps were posting stuff and I don't know if they were actually going to do a season, because the same thing happened with WGI and a lot of groups didn't do much and still required a lot of time. And Trenton told me that PC was a very organized place and they would for sure have a season. And I said, yeah, I'm really down for that.
I chose to march Pacific Crest because I got cut from somewhere else and I was looking for a home, and I saw that PC was on the up and up after Everglow, and I wanted to be a part of the first time PC made finals. Just being a part of that atmosphere would have been incredible, because I wanted to be a part of a chorus first. Fortunately, that didn't happen.
I mean, you are still technically part of the course first.
Yeah, it's true. I'm still performing Saturday night. That's very true.
I really wanted to march a drum corps in general, and to be honest, I didn't really know where to march, but I was going to school in San Diego, and a lot of people recommended PC, so it was kind of just close, and people recommended it, so I came here.
Do you think you would be doing drum corps if it weren't Trenton?
Yeah, I was definitely planning to do drum corps. I was part of BDB for 20.
What made you audition for BDB?
What made me audition was I had friends in my winter group called Tri-City Progression, Kirtan, Seabass, they were telling me that I should go try out. And so I went, and the audition was really crazy. Like, just for snares, there was like 75.
Yeah.
And for the entire drum line, it was like 120 at least. It was a massive audition.
So BDB, PC, and then you've been all around. So it's just kind of been in your blood ever since then.
Freshman year, I thought marching band was just like marching around, like parades, like in the doing movies. And then when I saw like the drum line doing the exercises, for the first time, I was like, oh, this is really cool. I did not expect this. So then that's when I started practicing, and here I am at PC.
Where do I think you'd be without drum corps? I think I would be kind of unhappy. I went through a very rough period of my life right before I auditioned for Pacific Crest. Coming to PC and being quite literally the first euphonium contract was incredible. It was an incredible feeling to be like, oh yeah, I can actually do the things. So without drum corps, I have no idea where I'd be, and I don't want to think about where I'd be. So I am very happy with where I am now.
And you've got, what, 3 more years left of drum corps?
Yep, I age out in 2024. I'm the first person in my family that has ever done anything even related to drum corps. My parents obviously didn't know what drum corps was before me, and so now my whole family is kind of getting into the drum corps bando vibe of like, oh yeah, this show, and like, oh my god, Crown's so good, and stuff like that. So it's definitely like bringing music to, like, a different kind of music to my family.
Where do you think you'd be without drum corps?
Oh no. I don't know. I feel like drum corps has really given me a sense of like community and purpose, like outside of academics, because I don't really do music like for school. So I think I would be in a worse like mental space, and I would probably be more like burnt out, I think, without having drum corps as like a thing to hold me down. I feel like I talk about drum corps a lot, and then people get like annoyed because I talk about it so much. But I think it's given me like more like confidence and stuff to like go out and take more chances. So I think in that way, like, I've taken more chances and like met more people and gone further as a result. I played flute in high school, and I marched piccolo for like the last 3 years of high school. So like, and I play euphonium now, so that's like a big change. I feel like they really took a chance on me because I didn't even know how to like hold the horn right at like set when I auditioned here, and a lot of people, including some of the techs, thought I was gonna get cut. I'm really glad that they took a chance on me. I'm glad that I challenged myself to march as well, because I think it like showed myself that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was, and like I really can like do challenging things and succeed at them. So I think in that way it's given me like a lot of confidence. It's given me this sense of like I can make it happen kind of thing. So yeah, and I think PC is like the perfect place because there's such a great like culture here, and you really do feel like you're part of a community and you're really like welcomed here. So I really like that about PC.
How do you sort of like deal with the feelings of like getting like lost or lonely even when you're like surrounded by other people?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you're never like in privacy, but sometimes you like need privacy for like mental health reasons. I feel like you just have to like find those little moments of calm within your like busy day, whether that's like sitting away from people at like lunch if you need to, or you know, listening to music and like tuning everything else out. I guess you just really have to like throw yourself into it, and if you need time for yourself, then you know you should take that, but just kind of like embracing it and leaning into the friends and relationships that you do have here. I feel like that answer makes no sense.
No, that one definitely works. That one definitely works. Anything you want anyone thinking about drum corps, involved in drum corps, to know?
Don't be shy. And if you think you're not going to make it, for example, like a top 3, people are always scared, but you'll never know until you do. And audition experiences are really good. Like, especially if it's your first time, you will learn a lot.
If you're considering marching Pacific Crest, it is a wonderful place. I honestly wouldn't choose anywhere else. All the staff is wonderful. People like Luke are incredible. It's wonderful. Audition for PC.
Know your worth and know like how much worth that you have for yourself, and like don't let people try to bog that down. If there are people in your life that try to like degrade your self-worth, then you should cut them out.
X.
X. Cut.
When it comes to myself, I didn't really have any other reason for being here other than I really liked band and I wanted to do more of it. And my biggest cheerleader along the way was my dad. He believed in me and he worked for me and he encouraged me and he wanted to see me push all the way through my first season with the Raiders Giant Bugle Corps.
I do it all for my dad. I auditioned for Pacific Crest, went to college. I didn't really have trajectory in my life until about my senior year when I started doing Raiders in New Jersey. And I found out right before tour that my dad's cancer was terminal and that he had a few weeks left, which was the length of tour. He lasted 2 months. And the last thing he told me to do was make the world your own. It kind of sucks to think that he'll never be able to see me out here and to see how far I've come in the last 4 years. But I know one thing for sure, and that he could have seen me going anywhere in life, but the people in front of me are probably some of the best people that I could have been spending a summer like this with in a time that no one could have predicted. So if there's anything that I can really say, it's that thanks for giving me something to look forward to, and I'm sure my dad would have loved every single one of you guys, even the people that I don't really know or talk to. You guys are part of a great organization, and I'm sure he would have loved to listen to of it. So thank you for that. Stand by. Court 10, hut! Court dismissed.
I think that one of the reasons that I'm here is to sort of give back that joy for life that my dad had. So it can be difficult. Mental health is a conversation that isn't had in drum corps as much as it should, in my opinion. It's happening more, and I have tons of people to thank for that. Maybe not personally, but they can be thanked. But mental health is such a personalized and specific topic for many people. There are different solutions each time. So I have hope. I have reasons to keep on going, and knowing that we're so close to the finish line, I can't just drop out right now. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. So here's to Indy, I guess.